It's a good time of year to be thinking about backing up all of those computer files. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from Acronis is President Gaidar Magdanurov. Great to see you once again, Gaidar.
Great to see you, Fred. Always a pleasure.
So, whether it's photos or videos of the family or personal or business documents, backing up is a habit really everybody should get into. Acronis True Image is designed for safety and security and ease of use. And that I think is really important, that ease of use factor.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why people don't do things? Because it's too hard to do them. And, we realize that backup is extremely important. At the same time, nobody wants to think about it, just want to set and forget it. That's why we have a product that allows you to create a complete image, complete copy of your machine with all the files, data, and application settings, and just back it up to the cloud and just set and forget it. And if something happens, you can recover whatever you need.
In a world where data security is paramount, the old hero returns better than ever. Introducing Acronis True Image, formerly known as Acronis Cyber Protect Home Office. Now, with integrated cutting-edge cyber protection against malware, ransomware, and identity theft to protect your precious data, files, and memories. Protect your digital life with Acronis True Image, where backup meets cybersecurity.
So step us through the usability here, the consumer experience.
Yeah, so the whole idea of Acronis True Image product is to make it easy for a regular user that doesn't want to spend a lot of time thinking about what to back up. So in a very basic setup, you just install the product, you launch the product, and then you just click a few times confirming that you want to back up everything to Acronis Cloud. Or if you want to back up to an external drive or a NAS device, you can select the destination, set the backup, and that will be happening automatically for you. If you want to have more control over what's going on, you can choose settings and then set up schedule. Like if you want to do it backup hourly or daily, monthly, whatever you prefer. Or you may have multiple copies to different destinations, or you can include some data. But most people don't really do that. All they do is just everything to the cloud, so it's safely there. They have a daily backup, and if something happens in the future, they just go there and recover whatever files they lost.
Interesting. And of course, there are some people probably who just drag files onto an external drive every once in a while, thinking they're backing things up. But that can be a pretty dangerous approach, I think.
Oh, for sure. So we were in this business of backing up data for over 20 years, and we're expecting that something will happen and people won't need to back up data anymore. And now we have all those cloud file sync and share services, OneDrive, Google Drive, Dropboxes, all of it, but it's not replacing backup. So people store data, they share data, they have all their files somewhere in the cloud, but then they have a tendency to remove something, corrupt something. Files can be encrypted by ransomware, files can be deleted. There are so many things that can happen. And those online services are not really a replacement. And on the other hand, when people think about their data, their files, they sometimes forget about applications, settings, and configuring new systems sometimes extremely complicated, especially if you do something specific, like you have complicated software for video editing, audio editing, gaming, or development. Like I'm doing a lot of software development, even though not professionally right now, but resetting my environment, it's a hassle. It would take a lot of time. So for me, it's easier just to have a copy of my system. And if whatever happens, I just roll back to the previous state and I'm good.
Tell us about the anti-malware features that you offer.
Yes. So we were a backup company for quite some time and saving data for everyone. But then at some point, I think around 2014, we realized that backup without security is not enough because there are more and more attacks that are trying to remove files, encrypt files, do something with your backup. So what we've done is first, we made the backup protected. So it is impossible for ransomware malware to destroy the backup or destroy the backup application. Because a lot of malwares, what they're trying to do, they're trying to stop the backup and then encrypt the file so you don't have a copy. So that's the self-protection. And then we also have this anti-malware, anti-ransomware capability where we detect suspicious behavior in a system. So let's say if you have some infection and this virus is trying to corrupt your files, even if they do it very slowly and pretending to be a real application, we will be able to understand that something is going on. And then in just one click, you can roll back. So even if you hit by ransomware and files are encrypted, it will take you one click to bring everything back.
So important today. Which platforms are you available on?
So our primary desktop platforms is Windows and Mac. We support both. And also we support mobile applications. So if you have Android or iOS, you can back up your photos, contacts, videos to Acronis Cloud. And it's very useful for a lot of people who have multiple devices, especially in the family environment. So you may have a few desktops, a few laptops, bunch of mobile devices, but you can have one family account and get all your data to be backed up there, which is very useful for families, especially if you have some relatives that sometimes need some technical support. So they lost something or deleted something, you can download it for them and restore. At the same time, we support privacy. So if every family member wants to encrypt their backup, so other family members cannot have access to any data inside the backup, they can do that too.
Just terrific. Tell us about the pricing plans that you have.
Oh, we have a variety of pricing options depending on what you need. So we have option to have the product without cloud storage, with cloud storage. So it really depends on what people need, but it starts at around $49.99 per year, the subscription for the basic product.
Very affordable solution for many people. And if someone were to ask you what your key advantages are, and I guess I am asking you over the competition, what will your answer be?
So I would say a few things, and I'm basing my answer based on what I hear from the actual users. So first of all, it's the only consumer level backup solution that has integrated security. So it's not a separate antivirus, anti-malware, and separate backup. It is integrated. And the main advantage of it is that if something happens, you can roll back quickly. And our security is using the data from the backup as well as from the system, so it can actually understand what's going on in your system. So users are getting just peace of mind because of that. Then the other thing that is also kind of unique is the actual ease of use, because you can have the complete backup of the whole system. And at the same time, you have a cloud-based console, if you use the cloud storage, that can allow you to manage multiple computers, multiple backups, multiple devices. It's all in one place. You don't have to be a PhD in computer science to use it, because when we design it in a way that any computer user should be able to achieve the result, basically back up and recover. And we have all types of people you can imagine using the product. And at the same time, if you are an IT person and you want to do significantly more, you have a lot of settings available to you. So it's very flexible, but you don't have to even know about all those capabilities. And one last thing I would mention is that it's not only protecting the desktops and mobile devices, it also has backup for Microsoft 365 account. So if you have your OneDrive and your files there and you want to back them up, you can also back them up to Acronis Cloud. And we see more and more people choosing that option because they don't want to have all the data in one place. They want to have a copy somewhere else. So in case something happens, they can recover, because your account can be locked or your account can be suspended for some suspicious behavior. So you never know if something happens, and then you need access to your data immediately. It would be great to be able to access it from a different location. So I would say those are the key advantages that we have.
Some real peace of mind, I guess, if we were to sum things up for people. For more info, the best place to go?
Acronis.com.
And for those who are listening, it's acronis.com. Gaidar Magdanurov, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you, Fred.